What's one thing that almost all pathways hate? It's not exams, it's not homework, it's Wizemen. Why? You do your assessments on it, it's irritating to use, and you have to use it every day to join your meetings, check your grades, etc. Funnily enough, the example given for the competition was to create a program that can launch your meetings automatically. It's funny because 2 weeks ago, I created a program that does the exact same thing. One click and your current meeting is launched. I decided to expand on the idea instead of having it only join meetings. The idea was to create a desktop app from which you can see all your meetings, classes, attendance, schedule, and so much more. It's essentially a desktop app for the Wizemen website that looks good and works fast. And so, Wizemen Desktop was born. It was made using C#, more specifically a library called electron.net. This allows me to use Electron, a JavaScript framework, and run it using C#. That way I could use my C# library and use it over here. This might sound easy, however there's a lot that needs to be done, especially implementing the front end and managing the back end for all errors. And so I started working. First, I looked at how Electron works and how it renders your UI. Then I looked into electron.net and how we can use C# to run a JavaScript framework. After spending some time in getting that working, I created a basic Hello World app which pretty much opened a desktop app with nothing but Hello World written. After this, it was relatively easy in setting up the app. Note that I say setting up because the actual functionality took a lot more time. This was communicating with the Wizemen API, developing my library, and using it to display content on the front end. This took longer than expected because the API at Wizemen's endpoint did not follow standard practices and it also wasn't consistent. After hours of banging my head, I finally got it working and I had Wizemen Desktop. This app can be downloaded for Mac, Windows or Linux and the source code is public. Although I'd like to add a lot more features down the line, I'd still say that this is a good milestone. Essentially, this reduces the need to open the Wizemen website.